Get your free trial to the DollarWise budgeting app today. Join the tens of thousands of active users who are taking control of their money and changing their lives. With new features being added constantly, there's no reason not to try it. And if you like it, choose the annual version to save a ton of money and get my budget-friendly cookbook signed by me and mailed directly to you. DollarWise.app or link in the description below. You didn't put any thought into what you were doing.
Well, when it comes to spending, I'm bad at it. I understand that. And so
that's something that's easy to fix, like that.
And how would I do that, Caleb?
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as stupid does.
You don't spend.
Okay. So
That was
what do I do when it
complicated.
comes? Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. So what do I do then when it comes to buying food, paying rent, and all the little
Rent's
things in
not
life?
going out and spending. When you're talking about you have a spending problem, you think rent is that? Unless you got a place that was way more expensive than you could afford when you signed up. I don't know. That would be potentially it. Food, $300 in groceries. Yes, you could do it. We've proved
Do
it.
you have recommendations on what to buy for groceries to just have it like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a meal plan after this.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yes, we do. And it's 3 meals a day plus snack plus drink plus coffee. Yum, yum, yum.
What about the times when I'm just too tired for all that?
Cry, cope, seethe, warm up your meal because it's meal prepping.
Well, what if I don't have time to even meal prep?
You do.
Because of all the
you
hours
dumb
that I do.
You work 48
Don't call me a
hours a
dumb
week. I will call you a dumb you dumb. You work 48 hours a week. How many hours are left in a week?
Many, but you also have to account for sleep. And
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're the only one that's unable to do any of this that everyone else does.
But it's
Special
unique.
butterfly that's incapable of anything.
Thank you. I am. Thank you so much. I definitely am a special butterfly.
So why are you the only one that can't do it then?
Because life is hard. Oh, yes, it is. And I
Life's
think you
always hard
don't-
for the blue-haired.
Yes, actually.
It's always more complicated somehow.
Of
They're
course.
always
And
the most
don't forget the
traumatized
septum
ones.
piercing. You're forgetting the septum piercing.
Oh, trust me, no one forgot about that.
No, but it is difficult, though,
No.
to find time to do all the little things.
No.
Grocery shopping,
No.
cooking,
No.
meal prepping,
No.
sleeping,
No.
accounting for all the extra things.
No. Why? What's difficult? What are you struggling with?
Just finding enough time and motivation to do the stuff.
Motivation. That's on you.
Yeah.
Why aren't you being motivated? You don't
It's
want to
hard.
fix your shit. You don't care
I
about
do
your
want
life.
to fix my shit, and I do care, but I also need you to understand that I do have mental illness issues.
Oh,
that I also deal with.
here we
I'm
go.
in Portland.
And
Are
what's
you
your
surprised?
TikTok mental illness?
My TikTok mental illness is depression, anxiety, and OCD.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Great. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have that, so give up. That's the thing, because that's the only answer. If your only fallback, this is what happens. I have mental health issues too. I have a panic disorder. It f***ing sucks. I don't just use that as a cope and crutch for everything in my life. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I got the tissue.
Here's the thing. You have those, and we immediately talked about how it's hard. Well, it certainly can be, but I already know you have an extra. Okay, here we go. 24 times 7. We minus that by your 48 hours of very difficult work. That's 120 hours a week left. Divided by the 7 days. You have 17 hours left in each day. Well, obviously you stack them up some days. So it doesn't fully work like that. Because you're doing 12-hour shifts. But you have time. Objectively, you have time. Objectively, in every metric whatsoever, you have time outside of sleep, out time of everything.
But that's looking at it from a statistical perspective. I don't think you're taking it from an actual humanist perspective where you understand.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's only like we haven't done this for 4 years. What the f*** are you talking about, lady?
It's easier for you to tell someone to do all the things that you say to do.
You mean
rather
the
than
ones that
understand it
I did when I digged
How about
myself
little
onto
empathy?
debt? A
Have
little
we
bit
thought
of
about
empathy.
Yeah.
No, you know what your empathy derives to? You know where your empathy ends up? Your empathy is you sat here and you say, my life is hard. I say, okay, great. Let's try to put in some solutions. Oh, wait, but I have mental health. You know what the empathy you look for is? A hug and a bye-bye.
No,
That
the empathy
doesn't
I'm
solve
looking. Can you let me
anything.
talk?
And I want to add, but if, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
The empathy I'm looking for is help in trying to figure out what exactly I should be
Girl,
doing.
I just said we allocate some hours to meal prepping, to grocery store shopping, instead of going out to eat every second of our life, because you can warm up meals when you get home from a long shift. And then you fell back on TikTok mental health diagnoses. And then I said, okay, so what is the solution? The solution, if you fall back on that for everything, is give up. I don't want you to give up. I don't think you should give up. But if that is the excuse and cope you use for any kind of hard work in this life, then what is the point?
Why do you think
will
I keep
have
trucking
no
along then?
future. Trucking along?
Yes, because I am trying.
Well,
I'm trying to make an effort. And you can keep saying, oh, you keep using the word trying.
Yes.
I don't know what else adjectives you want me to use
Well,
instead. What other verbs would
I
you
don't
like?
see trying. Can you show me trying?
Trying is me coming here to try and figure out
Okay,
what
yes,
exactly
you
I
did
should
that.
do.
You flew on a plane. I'm very
Yes,
proud.
I did fly on a plane. It was a very long plane ride.
Was
So
it?
thank you. Well, it was 6 hours total. Layover.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. I mean,
This
yes,
is me
I'm
making an effort to try
kind
and
of to a
figure
certain
out.
point because we pay for the whole thing, honestly. So it doesn't even make sense. So in reality, you took a little bit of time to visit a city that's better than Portland, and then great. So I'm glad you're being here. That can't be the pat on the back. You get a gold star, so now you've won. That isn't actual shit you've put in. That isn't an actual. Okay, this is the issue I have with people like you, because you scream it's a lack of empathy, but here's the reality. What you're looking for are gold stars, pat on the back, and a hug, instead of actually putting in the work that actually creates the results that are better for your life. You want the feeling. Let's use this as studies that have been done on working out and losing weight, right? So oftentimes when people start a diet or they start working out, a week in, they start being excited about it, and they tell everyone about how they started a diet, how they started working out. And they immediately get that dopamine and the responses that they seek. That would typically come from they actually put in the work for a few months. People start to notice they look better, and they're like, wow, dude, you look really great. You've been putting in some work. That's the response that they're craving. But they immediately get that reward by telling people that they've started to do a change, even though there's no actual change being done. So they've already unlocked that success, and then they don't put in the work anymore, and it's easier for them to fall off. That is what you are essentially doing with this. And you're thinking because you came here, which is a good thing, and that is something you should do, and I'm glad you did it, but you're immediately trying to use that to unlock the success instead of actually putting in the work. Because that's what you define empathy as. Because that's how you want it. You want a soft conversation, you want a hug, and you want nothing to actually change in the end.
I do want change.
To a certain point, everyone wants to change. I want to lose weight. I want to do a lot of things. Doesn't mean I'm putting in the work to do so. So clearly, in the end, I think you still choose going out to eat more than the actual change, even though, yeah, you want to change to a certain extent.
I'm putting some effort in to better my ways. I've been a lot better. I've been trying to make sure that I have lunches ready so I'm not buying random food. I've been going to Costco quite a bit.
You spent 2,000 hours more than you made last month. You spent 2,000 hours on bullshit. 900 of it was going out to eat. This was literally last month. This is your statements. This is your most recent statements. I'm sorry. I cannot let you give yourself that pat on the back that is not deserved, because you're immediately getting that reward that we talked about instead of actually having to put in the work and get a result that takes months of sacrifice.
And that's the hard part for me. All the sacrifice.
That is what you seek, and that is what a lot of the victim mentality people like you seek. And that's why you cry that you're not getting empathy. Dude, you get no benefit when someone just hugs you, cries with you, and then nothing changes. You feel good in the moment. That is it. That is not the conversation we do here. That is not the results that we have seen on the show. People leave here, people get their shit together.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, great. You can keep saying that over and over again. I'm really glad. But that's just, again, like you're using that so that you can get that reward. That's what I'm trying to do. But then you never do any of the actions. Guys, just real quick, don't forget to take your Hammer financial score at calebhammer.com. See where you stand, where you got to do better, where you're doing shit. Listen, it just takes a few minutes and it is free. Figure out where you stand in the world of money, calebhammer.com.